back to the foundation. This is Swaythoven. It's like 5:40 in the morning. Finna make a melody. See what comes out. I think I woke up like an hour ago. There's different ways to come up with like creative stuff. I don't really buy new VSTs. The latest ones that I have to even do that would be like Scalar 3. That's a trial. Spawn. That VST is dookie. In my opinion, I actually think Spawn's trash. Sometimes it's good. Someone commented the other day, can you drag out the MIDI from Spawn and manipulate the notes in order to make something more creative that fits your liking? Yeah, you can. But then I just feel like if you do that, you have to be aware of like the sound selection, and that cannot be difficult, but it can just change the whole vibe of like what something else that could create the vibe gave you, pretty much. And it's just like there's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like you need to have some sort of direction. And maybe like if I had more VSTs that had like sounds, I would think that it wouldn't be a problem. But this other VST that I got the other day, and it's just a trial, scale of 3, the other day, 2 weeks ago, because the trial's about to end. I think it's interesting. I think there's a lot to it in terms of the scales that it gives you, as you can see through that one list, right? And there's a lot of different things and stuff like that with these lists. A lot of options. Probably confusing. Makes me think that maybe someone that actually has like knowledge and theory could understand this more. And I took theory when I was younger, for years when I learned how to play the piano and the violin, but nothing that stuck to me that might translate into this. Only through ear and hearing and how things should sound. Pretty much, it makes it easy. So it's just like if you don't really have any idea of how like it works, much like Spawn, when you're able to drag out the MIDI, you can just like get one of these or something like that. It says drag the ones that you want, I guess. But if you drag it, you can. Maybe I should just drag some just to. Right? You can drag this into like a piano roll. If it was like a mini keyboard, and you can do the same thing with Spawn. And you know, there's that from scale of 3, right? Let's say we had something from Spawn, real quick. Doesn't even matter. It's garbage. I don't know what it looks like. Probably sounds better with other sounds, by the way. One thing that I realized with like melodies is that, yeah, when I just said about something about sound selection earlier, but like if you make a melody, um, even if you start off with the piano, that piano is just so neutral. It could just be anything. Also, here's just dragging and dropping it. By the way, you know what I'm saying, boom. Now you can change the notes. But like, there's times where I've like went into VST, picked the preset, made the melody with the sound, and that melody was for that sound. That sound was for that melody. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't use any other sound with that. Perfect. You feel me? But I'm deleting Spawn. But yeah, so you see, at least these two VSTs give you the ability to drag and drop. And there's probably, I think there's more, right? People keep talking about like them bass stuff, and I don't really use AI things. Something that I've been using recently, actually, after I make my own melodies, would be Splice. You can start with Splice. You can take chords and like stuff and song starters and Splice, and there's like nothing wrong with that. I guess depending on how you're good at sampling, you can just make something that's repetitive and catchy to the point that it really wouldn't matter, because that's what a lot of beats are. Like that one song that Kendrick Lamar, like dun 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 dun. I don't know the they not like us. There you go. The beat's like the same, isn't it? Right? So you can make a repetitive beat, and there's something that I had to like overcome, like that mindset, because I do and will like arrange stuff that is like will change over time, but at the end of the day, it's just like how much time you have doing that. Also, I'm not like a producer that gets paid, but it's just, it is what it But yeah, you can make that repetitive beat. Doesn't matter. I like to make my own MIDI though. It takes time. Sometimes it depends. It really depends because, and it's something that I've talked about in other videos. Is just that if you are like just open minded and if you hum or something like that, if you're just at least maybe having a good day, who knows? Or maybe like use your emotions to your advantage or something like that, and then at least think about music. You can make something easily, but like especially if you like hum the melody. Like the other day, I woke up and I just like thought I was just thinking about lyrics. I think I was dreaming though. I wasn't dreaming about these lyrics, but my mind I guess was just working while I was quote unquote sleep. Even though I was dreaming, even though I was sleeping, but still awake somewhere else. And it's just like, all right, boom. Here's something you can wake up with, and literally I just woke up, walked straight to the computer, even though I had to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like if your mind's open to it. But melodies though, like if you could just think of something catchy, you can instantly just go to your DAW, maybe have a phone recorder, and then like just hum it down, and then use that same catchy, like tune that you thought of, and then just put it in your piano roll. Thing is that tune, going back to sound selection, might be good for the MIDI. The melody might be good for either like an 808. It could be good for a guitar. It could be good for a piano. It doesn't know. I don't know. There's times where like I've thought of something and it's just like, yeah, this sounds good. I can make a whole scale off of this through like the piano roll, or like this is maybe like an 808, and that really changes the whole like identity, or like just yeah, of the beat, I suppose, because you're gonna be building off of that initial idea that you had. But there's a lot of different ways to like get these ideas, and there's these ways with Scalar 3, there's Spawn, and maybe if you are able to at least like kickstart your own ideas, you can start using Splice. There's a lot of different ways, but I'm about to do is maybe if I had something catchy thought of, I would make something fast. This is something I was working on like the other day. I'm gonna make a song, and it's just like you'll hear the idea of it, of like how sound selection is important. I don't have good VSTs that can really bring out like all of this, but like I don't also use this sound a lot, this type of sound. And it's just like that beat was just thrown together, I think, literally the other morning. Nothing crazy, but it's just brass, like horns and trumpets and stuff like that. And I just feel like, it wouldn't sound that good with piano. Like I started off with like a piano, I think, and I was like, this would sound interesting with like a trumpet, or like just some brass or something like that. So that's something that you can try to like be like cautious of. You know what I mean? But like that was kind of catchy, like bum 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 bum. There you go. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that's something that I can just repeat the whole way. So it's just like, how would I go about doing that right now? You know what I'm saying? All right, you would think I would just think about it, what, in 2 seconds? Because I'm talking this fast? No. I usually think about my stuff, right? I usually have like a thought process, unless it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? Pause. No diddy. Who knows? But like, no, just kidding. But seriously though, I made a melody with a saxophone once. It was crazy. Maybe we could just open up Air Music. I would say I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I could just throw something down. Nah. Tempos plays a role. swing plays a role. I could just stick to the script. singing some fun. That's cool. Percussion. Where they at?